Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stados. It's Season 2 of Apex Legends. That means we've got the brand new hero, Wattson. And in this video, we're going to take a brief overview of the hero, take a look at her and see what she's all about. There will be a detailed guide coming in the future. And also, because this is the start of Season 2, there's a ton of new stuff in Apex Legends. Now, actually, the last time I played Apex Legends was in April. So what does that tell you? I was gagging for content, and they've given us loads of content. I'm not going to go over all of it in this video because it would be a massively long video if I did that, but there's loads of new Battle Pass stuff, just loads of stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at what we're doing here. This is Wattson, and this is her active ability, which is the laser fence, let's say. It's like you can deploy this, and it will connect up, but there's a really funky thing you can do with it, and that's pick up old nodes and then redeploy them. It's really cool. This, though, is the ultimate. Now, I love the ultimate because it's super defensive. This Gibraltar, watch what he's going to do to me here. He's going to drop his bombardment on me. My first instinct here is like, oh god, I've got to run, I've got to hide. And then I'm like, oh no, actually, I've got my ultimate down. That ultimate just intercepts all projectiles coming into the area, and it regenerates your shields. Look at my shields, they're coming back. It's really good, this is, because it changes up the game. Like, Gibraltar can't do anything to you when you drop this down. Well, with his ultimate anyway. What can he do? He can't do anything, so you can sit there, you're nice and safe, you're nice and secure. It's another layer of complexity to the game, and that's absolutely beautiful. All right, let's take a little bit more of a look at the laser fence. So what I'm doing here is I can hear somebody, so I've dropped the fence down behind, like sort of behind me to cover me. And I get an audio prompt saying the fence has been broken. This means somebody is near. Can you see there as well? There's a little icon saying someone's gone through my fence. I know somebody's there. Now, I looked out. I've got the Peacekeeper, right? So, obviously, that's a pretty good weapon to have at the very start of the game as you drop in. But you can see all these little sort of interesting dynamics with Wattson, where you can, like, cover your ass, or you can drop the gates down to use them. It's so cool. It is so cool. It's basically like caustic. That's the way to think about it. And at the end of this video, I will show you a win we get in bunker with me and a caustic, and we're just putting laser fences down. Caustic is just chucking his gas bombs everywhere. It's a complete mess. It's beautiful. But yeah, you can see here, I tried to drop down the fence and I realized, what am I doing? Let's just get stuck in. I think sometimes new players, what they're going to do is rely too much on placing the fence down. At the end of the day, shooting the enemy is the best thing to do almost all the time. Like, yeah, cool, you can drop a fence down, but is it really going to help you? I don't know. Also, your passive ability is pretty cool on this hero. When you use an ultimate accelerant, you just get your ultimate straight away. So you can have your ulti up all the time. And there are things you can do with the ulti is you can kind of use it like Lifeline's drone, but instead of it giving you health back, it gives you shields back. And that's really clutch that can be, because if your team's low on shields, you can just be like, here you go, guys, because you're probably going to find an ultimate accelerant, and if you don't, well, your ult's probably going to be back anyway. So it's really cool. And of course, at the end of the game, it's super powerful in like the final circles because it covers most of them. Now here, it's a little bit embarrassing, and I'm about to get absolutely slapped because I'm running away. My team are getting killed. So I pop a few shield regens. I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, I should go in for this. And then, yeah, I try and take on I think that's a Pathfinder. He just absolutely butchers me. So, yeah, unlucky for me. Not very good play there. Pretty terrible. Oh, by the way, this is good play, though, on a Pathfinder. The old aerial Mozambique. All right, let's go forward. So this is in the same game as the aerial Mozambique, and this is the game that I actually win. So my team have all been taken out. I take out this Pathfinder. It's all beautiful. It's jazzy. I've actually jumped down from a high ground position prior to this, where I had my ultimate deployed. And what my ultimate was doing is it was keeping me up there, keeping me protected. It's really good for setting up like a little defensive position. And I don't think you can destroy it. At least I've been firing at enemy. What's it called? I forget what it's called. Whatever the hell it is. Enemy Wattson ultimate things, and they don't blow up, so it's a bit weird. Although you can destroy enemy Wattson laser fences if you shoot the bottom of the fence, it will break it, so you can do that. All right, so let's just go into a bit of commentary here. So I've got my team back after I've won big. Killed that Pathfinder, who was the absolute legend of the arena. He was the kill leader. He was the champion. I think he's dead now. Anyway, I'm the champ. So, yeah, you can see on this corpse, he's got the L-Star. Now, the L-Star isn't actually too bad. I did have one, and I think I killed one guy with it, but then I got killed myself. It feels like, if any of you guys have played Doom, it feels like the plasma gun from Doom, especially the new Doom. It's pretty funky. In terms of whether it's like an amazing weapon, must pick sort of, you know, like I guess the Kraber is if you've got the aim, or the Mastiff. I don't know. Like, the Mastiff is still pretty damn good. All right, so we're towards the end of the game here, and luckily for us, the zone is starting to creep in onto the bunker. So I'm just running around here, doing general stuff, trying to get my loot sorted out. And by the way, that weapon skin is really nice. That is for the Spitfire. That's part of the Battle Pass stuff. Interception Pylon. That's what it's called, the ultimate. I knew what it was called. I want to call it Interdiction Pylon, which I guess is kind of the same thing, right? An interdictor sort of intercept stuff, right? Like a fighter. Anyway, whatever. Interception pylon, that's what it's called. But yeah, like there's tons and tons of changes right now for Apex in Season 2 because you've got the ranked mode, which I haven't even played yet, but that looks really cool, especially for people that are trying to like, well, try hard. Because what happens in this, can I call it quick play? I mean, you guys know I like a bit of Overwatch, but this mode, it's ranked, but without ranks, right? But what happens is people leave the game because they're just trying to get Wattson, and that's not great. But if you're playing in competitive or in ranked, well, you can't just leave the game because you're gonna lose rank, and there's gonna be penalties applied to you, and it's not gonna be great. This though was a bit of a rare game because I actually managed to get a team together, and they didn't just leave because of course everybody wants Wattson, which is pretty funny. So yeah, there's ranked mode, which I'm really, I'm looking forward to trying that. How balanced it will be, I don't know. Probably I'll play most of my games sort of just as a solo queue guy with random, so it's probably going to be a bit difficult for me to, I don't know, get good. Maybe, I don't know, because like, well, I don't have any friends to play with, guys. It's kind of sad. Anyway, moving on from that shocking bombshell. Yeah, like there's a lot of changes here. There's a lot of balance changes as well. Again, I'm not going to go over all of them in this video because it's just way too much. What I'm trying to focus on is just Wattson and what she's like to play. And I guess like from the games I've had since she's only really been live in the game for a couple of hours. And I've played them in most games I've got into. You can see there, look, you can shoot the bottom of the fence, it blows it up, which actually is quite good. So it means that if you're going to deploy the fence, see where I've deployed mine there is not the best because they could just run through and shoot it. Although, at least it's going to alert us that enemies are coming from that direction. It's very much like Caustic's gas trap. It's just going to alert you, which is fine. Although you can be clever, and what I should really do is deploy it sort of inside the doors. You'll see in a minute, I kind of mess up my deployment again. But if I deploy the anchor points not in line of sight, then they can't destroy it. Like they physically have to go through it to get through it, and it's going to zap them, which is really good. Oh, and also, if your allies run through it, the fence deactivates for a few seconds. So I guess if you're being chased through it, you run through first and the enemy come through behind, they might be able to get through that, damaging them, although I haven't tested that. But yeah, it's actually like there's a lot of changes, and like I said at the start of this video, April was the last time I played the game, and that kind of tells a story, right? Just isn't really enough content beyond like just playing in this mode for kind of like not really any reward. Yeah, there was little bits of changes to the map and stuff like that. To be honest, I'm not fully up to date because I haven't really been following it too much because I mean, why would I? You can see there, if you pick up the node, see I've picked up a node there, so I've actually got 2 charges of it now. So if I deploy that and deploy the other one, you can store 4 in stock as well. So that laser fence isn't too bad there, but obviously one of them could be destroyed if they open the main door, and then they could take it out. But again, it will do its kind of job and alert us that they're coming from that direction, I guess. But yeah, Apex, it's been a few months now, and I'm glad they've brought this out because what this update does is, yeah, it gives us Wattson. New heroes are great. I mean, we got Octane for Season 1. He was great. But the thing with this is there is a ranked mode, and that will give you incentive to play the game, but play it seriously. But the best thing about this, and I am going to make the comparison to Overwatch here, guys, just because you guys know I play loads of Overwatch. Overwatch doesn't have an unranked rule set mode, and I wish it did. What it has is just quick play, and which isn't the same rule set as competitive or competitive. This, though, it's the same as competitive. So you can play in this mode right now, and it's exactly the same as playing in the ranked mode, only the ranked mode you're playing to win, and you're playing to level up and all of that stuff, which is added incentive, added bonus. And, of course, it will mean that you'll end up playing against people who are your skill level, which right now you kind of don't, right? Well, you didn't, not in this mode anyway. You kind of don't because, well, you're just playing against whoever the hell it puts you against, and it just randomly selects people. But in the ranked mode, it won't. So you see here, right? I'm trying to deploy it in the doors, but I'm so bad I didn't actually do it right. But then I hear gunshots, I think, from down the back, so I sort of run towards. But you can see what me and Korsk have done here. We've absolutely loaded the bunker with loads of stuff, and luckily for us, look at the final circle, or one of the final circles. It's so like in the bunker. We're in a really good position here, and I can hear gunshots coming from down there, and you can see they've activated the gas trap, so we know they're down there. And Mirage runs in because he's stupid, I don't know. So I throw grenades in because look at them, they're just stuck in there. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely play of the century. Check this out. So I'm getting loads of value off my nades, it's beautiful. My laser fence is doing the work as well, it's stopping them push forward. Because I think people think they can't like push through it. Well, you can't push through it, I guess. But they can shoot it and blow it up. Anyway, I go crazy here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I kind of noticed that my Caustic ultimate went in. Or my friendly Caustic ults went in, so I rushed in like an idiot. And then we won. Actually, the best victory I think you will ever see. So the thing is, guys, this is actually really cool right now, and I'm feeling pumped to be able to play this with new content, and I just can't wait to get into competitive. But I just wanted to show you guys what Wattson plays like and sort of give you a first look. And what I will do is probably play a lot of her and put together like a really nice detailed guide with little tips and tricks. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.